Christmas. It's usually a time of gift giving and getting together with family and friends to celebrate. For the little ones, they'll be waiting eagerly for Santa to arrive with their presents on the night of Christmas Eve. But Santa isn't the only one visiting houses, and I promise that unlike jolly old St. Nicholas, should you encounter them, they are far less friendly. Hello, my marshmallow ducks. How are you this fine day? Today is a supernatural Christmas video. Unbeknownst to many, when it comes to Christmas, there's actually a lot more folklore and legends that don't revolve around Santa Claus. Most of them are scary, I know because I couldn't sleep after reading one of them, but if my deduction skills are still working, I'm assuming that they're that freaky because they were meant to scare children into behaving well. Unfortunately, well, not for me, for everyone else, those scare tactics never worked on me, so I'd just be like, alright, say less, let's go break a vase. Originally, I wanted this video's title to be Christmas Legends from Around the World, but then I realized that all of them come from Europe. And Europe isn't the only continent in the world. The legends are cool though, so I don't think it should really matter that much. Before we start, one of you guys suggested that instead of peeps, I call you guys marshmallow ducks. And I really like that. So I made some lore. We're all marshmallow ducks that live in the Cristo village, so I can call you villagers or marshmallow ducks, the best of both worlds. Okay, let's begin. The first legend is about a creature that's been getting more recognition after a movie came out based on it. Krampus. However, as with most movies, a lot of the actual folklore is twisted or just left out entirely, so I'm here with the full story. Krampus is found in German and Austrian folklore and can be traced back to ancient pagan celebrations of the winter solstice. His appearance is that of a half-goat, half-demon monster, and he's often depicted to be traveling with Saint Nicholas, aka Santa. While Santa is busy giving gifts to children who've been good, Krampus does the opposite, punishing children who've been bad and mischievous. And what does he do? He either beats them with wooden sticks or he kidnaps them by literally stuffing them in a sack to eat later. If he doesn't feel hungry, well then he takes you on a nice, lovely trip to hell. Gosh, imagine you're minding your own business in your bed when Krampus busts through a window and stuffs you in his sack. Yeah, my humor is a bit dark. The main thing you have to worry about is his claws apparently, because they're really sharp, and once they grab onto something or someone, you're not getting free anytime soon. But it's fine, I have claws too. Me or Krampus, place your bets. Next on the list is the Yule Cat from Iceland. The Yule Cat is a gigantic black cat that towers over houses, appearing in legends over 200 years ago. Its purpose? To once again see who's been naughty and who's been nice. According to Icelandic traditions, children who finished their chores would receive a new set of clothing, while those who didn't received nothing. That's why on Christmas night, the Yule Cat would peer into windows to see if among the gifts by the tree, the children received a set of clothes. If it looked and saw that there was a new set of clothes, it would move on to the next house because that child had been good. But if there were no clothes, be prepared to be its next meal. If children had been bad, their only option was to try and fake getting new clothes by putting less worn clothing items among the gifts before they went to bed. Then, they could only hope the feline didn't notice. To be honest, I was not that good of a child, but no matter what, I'd still receive clothes. So if I had to deal with the Yule Cat, that would be my only saving grace. I just know it would peer into my window and just be like, I want to eat you, but I can't because you got new clothes. I will wait till next year. But joke's on you, my extended family always gives me socks. The third is a Belgian legend about a man called Père Fouettard. To me, it isn't creepy, but it's hella disturbing. Fouettard first appeared in Belgian folklore in 1150 and was depicted as a butcher. He lived with his greedy wife in a small village near a school that catered to wealthy families. One day, the pair came upon 3 boys who were students at the school. Like I said, they were really greedy, so anticipating the gold that the boys had in their pockets, the Fouettard lured them to their meat shop where the wife served them poisoned sweets. Then, while they were rendered immobilized, Père slit their throats. Afterwards, he used his butchering skills to chop them up into tiny little pieces and put them in a barrel. 3 years pass when Saint Nicholas learns of what happened, so he goes to Fouettard's meat shop to resurrect the children. He asks for meat, and when Fouettard brings out his finest, Saint Nicholas says, "No, I want the meat from 3 years ago." What's crazy is how St. Nicholas even found out. But what's even crazier is this man said, okay, and brought out the barrel that had the bits of the children in it. And he'd had that thing for 3 years. He had a barrel filled with itty bitty chopped up children for 3 years. Guys, that's disgusting! Fortard begged for forgiveness, so St. Nicholas did the only reasonable thing, forced him into eternal servitude as his sidekick. And, as the legend goes, to this day, Fortard still wanders around with St. Nicholas, distributing coal and giving floggings to bad children. The only thing I'm wondering about this legend is, what happened to the wife? Did she get a free pass or something? Because I mean, she did kind of help unalive those 3 children. And I thought I'd end this video on a happy note, so this last legend isn't scary, it's actually a pretty nice one. La Befana from France. She's associated with a post-Christmas observance that celebrates the arrival of the 3 wise men in Bethlehem, called the Epiphany. According to legend, Befana was asked by the 3 wise men to join them, but she declined because she said she had too much work to do. She realized her mistake soon after and tried to catch up with them. However, she was unable to do so. Exhausted on the eve of the arrival of the wise men into Bethlehem, she threw herself under a random tree. By doing so, she broke a branch and it became a magical broomstick that allowed her to fly and look around for baby Jesus. Today, Befana appears during and before the Epiphany, giving small gifts to children who've been good, similar to Santa. Just now, as I was rereading my script, I had to quickly rewrite it for that last part because I accidentally mixed La Befana up with a really mean witch that slits open people's bellies, removes their organs, and stuffs them with hay. That would have been quite the mistake. That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and comment down below what your favorite winter solstice or Christmas legend is. It could have been mentioned in here or not. And don't forget, he knows if you are sleeping. He knows if you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good, for goodness sake.